What you're about to watch is a soul-led conversation between me and my incredible client Emma, who came to me being great at what she does, but she hadn't converted a single client from social media before. And after just a couple of weeks of working together, she doubled her profit. She went viral on Instagram, reached over 1 million people, and now she has over 62,000 followers on her Instagram account, which is insane. She's an authority in her therapy niche. She's working with incredible platforms like Daily Om. Her course is up and live there, reaching thousands and thousands of people every single day. Now, if you want to know more about how she made that possible with authentic content that does not feel icky or salesy, but feels like her and does not overwhelm her, but gives her energy, then stick around because we talk every single detail about how she made that possible. Before we worked together, she invested to work with me for just 3 months, but after she kept seeing results and then she extended again and again and again. So you're gonna watch the story of how she made magic possible and how you can too. Okay, let's move on to the interview.
Hey, we did it. Hello,
I
Delan.
would love to hear first a bit about your introduction. So who are you? What you do? Would love to hear that to start with.
Okay, so my name is Emma Hall, and I help people with rapid transformational therapy that are going through breakups, but also having relationship issues. So anything like anxious avoidant attachment styles, confidence issues, into aligning them to manifesting their partners or a new business with confidence and trust. So yeah, I really enjoy it. I love it. Love seeing the transformations.
Definitely. I love the impact of your work as well. The fact that you can transform traumas that sometimes take years with therapy to solve, and you can just solve them with one session like that. I love it.
I know.
Okay, so actually, I was realizing it is probably exactly today last year. I think it is either 14th or 15th of March that we started working together. So I'm curious, where were you exactly this year, last year, this time, and where are you
Oh,
now in terms of
I'm
your journey, in terms of your impact, in terms of how you feel about your marketing?
mhm.
What-
Okay, I'm really excited to share this with the world because like before I met you, Delan, my marketing was, well, I didn't have any direction at all. I didn't have any strategy. And I was literally putting stuff out there and just hoping for the best. And I spent months sometimes on creating landing pages and all of this stuff. Little did I know that it wasn't even worth putting it out there. So I was feeling like the algorithm was against me. Like, what is it? I'm doing everything I thought was right. But in fact, like when I look back to where I am now, I can understand totally how I wasn't getting the views that I wanted, and also the following and just the engagement and being able to reach people on a bigger scale. So in the beginning, yeah, I had 0 clients off of social media. But after a few months of working with you, and where I am now is like a total different place. I just didn't think that I would be where I am now. So it's like working with you and doing the work with you, following your strategies. As just, everything's just tripled, quadrupled in the first year. So I'm really happy about that. So I've gone viral on Instagram a couple of times now, which was a big thing for me, considering like only a year ago I was only getting like 50 views, 2 likes. And I know it's not about that, but it is. If we're honest, we want to be seen. And now when I'm getting these views, I feel like I have more of a purpose and I want to step up on social media. And I've also got more confidence now with a strategy, because before I was just throwing it out there and going, oh, let's hope for the best. Where now I know if I do this, if I do that, if I do this and I do this, it's going to get pushed out. It's going to help people more. and it just gives me more confidence. So I just feel totally, well, there's always room for improvement, but I feel really confident in the strategies that I use now. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm super happy. And I'm getting clients to do that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I was
Yeah.
about to mention you're also, before like a year ago, you didn't get any consistent sales goals on a regular basis either, right? And I guess you
Yeah.
also had questions about like what to offer, who your ideal client was, how exactly match the messaging with them. You were a bit frustrated about like, oh, I'm putting all this effort. Why isn't this converting? And I remember actually how we met, coming to your workshop and like seeing the incredible value you have, and then checking your Instagram, and I was like, wait a minute, like there is something wrong here.
It's a bit of a mismatch.
Yeah. But when I look at your Instagram, I can see you shining even right now. Like you're so confident in front of camera, and um, it's truly been like a beautiful journey to watch you as well, watch you transform.
Mm.
Uh,
I think when we invest in something like this, sometimes we doubt, because in the beginning we're starting out and watching every penny. But we have to start seeing this constant growth as an investment, not money that is being spent. Like, oh, more money. It's actually going to increase your revenue. So that you have to think of that in the long term, because in the beginning there was a lot of resistance from me, wasn't there, of working with yourself, not because of you personally, but just I didn't think, because it was money that I had to spend as a startup. I was thinking, ooh, maybe I should keep that money. But now I know that the money that I've spent, I've earned like so much more on top of that. And without your help, I wouldn't be earning the money that I'm earning now. And I'm really
mm-hmm.
happy about that, because, you know, I love what I do, but I also want a nice life as well. You know, I want to live in a nice house and have nice clothes, and
Mm-hmm.
now I feel like I haven't got to worry about anything now,
I love that.
because it's just flowing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you realize it wasn't actually like a spending, but like an investment that comes back to you. And I can totally feel, I've been there myself as well, because like there is uncertainty, right? When we
Mm.
supposed to make a decision, we are making a decision based on a vision that doesn't yet exist.
Mm.
Never a 100% guarantee that you're going to achieve it. But as leaders, we need to identify with that version of ourselves versus this version, which is maybe not that abundant yet, don't have the space to focus on investments, more on the leg mentality. And I'm so happy that you did it. You invested in yourself and you thought of the bigger vision for yourself. And can you tell a bit more about, because first we decided to work for 3 months, and then I
Mm-hmm.
remember we're almost gonna come to the end, and you were like, I'm gonna extend, and then after again, because I guess you started seeing results. So how was that? How did that decision happen for you?
It was a no-brainer, really, because I really enjoy working with you, and it was working for 3 months, and I seen the growth. And I know you put a lot of time and effort into your growth and your learning. So as you're learning stuff, you're passing that down to me. So how we started off in the beginning, with the basic strategies, I know that as I was growing, you was adding your tools to your toolbox, and you do a lot of research and stuff like that, which you was passing on to me. So I knew as I was growing, you was growing, and I knew it would help me grow faster, because I want to focus on the healing and the psychology of my clients. I don't want to put too much energy into marketing. It has to be a nice balance. So yeah, I just love working with you. You're so much fun, and you really care. You really care. Like when there's been hard times, you know, it's not just the job for you. You actually really do care about the people you work with. So that's a big thing as well. And you know your stuff, Delan. You really know your stuff. You do. So
But
yeah, that is a no-brainer, really.
thank
Mm.
you. Love working with you and seeing you transform, and this is just the beginning.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, it's
and
great.
when did you first hit your first 5K month? I couldn't remember. And how
God.
did that make?
I think it was September 22, and it was when I started selling the longer courses, and going from somebody that was only charging like £95 for a 2-hour session
Right.
to charging like £1,500 for a course of sessions. It was quite a big leap for me, and you helped me with my confidence with that. So when I reached like the 5K, I was just like, oh my God, all this hard work has been worth it, you know. And yeah, it just felt amazing. I was jumping around, I was celebrating. Yeah, I just thought all this hard work is paying off now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just felt great.
Yeah, there is also a lot of mindset work with it, right? And even though like you are the mother of mindset work as well, like you teach this to your clients as well,
Yeah.
but it is so different to like have it for yourself. And this is why I also have a coach and a mentor, and this is not because it's something I don't know, but knowing and implementing are very different things. And
Yeah.
you've
Got to have the two together. You have to have, like, I think to grow in any business, you have to have the strategy and the mindset working at the same speed. And it is a growth, because a lot of therapists like myself suffer with imposter syndrome and things like this. So as we expand out, we have to, as we get more successful, we have to reprogram this in order to match up to where we're going.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Exactly.
yeah.
And what you were saying about like, yeah, I want to do marketing, but I also want to focus on my business,
Yeah.
like focus on on the work that I actually do. And I think having a strategy that you know what you need to do, you know that you need to do X, Y, Z in order to get to these goals, also helped you, like gave you the space to focus on the quality of your work as well. So that like going from I mean, it was already amazing, but going from charging from 95 pounds to like charging 1,500 and even more, you had to be really, really sure about the value of your work as well.
Yeah.
Knowing that you had this for marketing also gave you that space to like become so sure of yourself, so sure of the impact that you can make. And you are making great impact. Like how many people their soulmates after working with you?
I know. So many people. I get calls practically every week from people saying that they've manifested their partner, or like their business is 3x'd, or they just feel more confident, and they're so like happy in who they are that they've stopped looking for a partner because they're just so happy being single. So yeah, it's amazing. I love the work I do, and without the right strategy, my people are not going to see me. The people that need my help are not going to see me. But the work that I'm doing now with social media, I'm actually enjoying it as much as the therapy work. So I try and keep it 50-50, because I really enjoy it now, because I know my work gets seen, I get clients from it, so it gives me more incentive. Like every video that I do, I get every reel now, or every video, I'll get a DM to sign up a call for a call, you know. So, and the more I do it, the more it becomes easier, the quicker it becomes, because in the beginning you're like 3 hours on one reel. Now it's like 3 hours with 4 reels, you know, like boom, boom, boom. Just gets easier, just like anything. It becomes familiar, and then it becomes fun. So yeah, and it is fun. I love marketing now, where I didn't before.
And get inquiry per reel is absolutely
Pretty
amazing.
much, the lamp. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, some obviously don't get inquiries, but then I might get 2 inquiries for the last reel. So on average, it's like 1 inquiry every reel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think past self watching this is like, oh,
No, I know. I'm just so thankful and grateful.
beautiful.
I really am.
And let's talk a bit about the sales structure that you had to change and how that, because like we worked on content, we worked on confidence, and then we worked on sales, right? So did you change it, and how did that have an impact on you?
Yeah, so I think many of us out there, when we're working for ourselves, it's hard. We see like selling as bad, or don't come across as too salesy, or people don't like to be sold to. But these are not our ideal clients. So I've realized that now. But in the beginning, I was like, would you like to book on for my services? You're under no obligation, like totally nervous. So, but and you know, people can feel that. I've had calls with people that are new in the business, and people can feel that. It's like this person doesn't believe in them, in their abilities. Even though I know they're good, I'm still going to book with them, but not everybody thinks like me. But now it's kind of like, okay, that's my price. And I sit back because I know it's worth it. And I believe in my product. And the sales call was difficult at first. It was difficult, but you told me to video every single one, and I watched it back, and I would say, oh, Emma, you don't need to talk too much there, or maybe you shouldn't have said that bit there, and say it at the end. So it's just learning. But I think when it's your baby that you're selling, it's almost like the fear of rejection, because if somebody rejects you, it's like a personal insult, you know. It's whereas I was in sales for years before starting this business, and I never had a problem in selling because it wasn't my product. But this is my baby. It's part of who I am. So when somebody says no, it was like, oh, I felt it. But now it's kind of like, okay, how can I get rejected today? Right. So I'm gonna look to see, oh, let's hope they reject me, kind of thing, you know. Oh, let's see if they reject me today. And then if they do, it's like, okay. And if they don't, it's like, oh, bonus. Yes, I want to work with you too. But it takes that like needy energy away on the sales call. Because when we're like, oh, buy from me, people don't want to feel that. They want to feel like, actually, this is what I do. This is really great. And I think it's all about intention. So we set that intention to be a certain way in the call, and just take your time. Then it just flows. But yeah, in the beginning, it was really difficult. But not now. And of course, it's going to get easier and easier. And there'll be off days and, you know, good days, and it's life, I guess.
I love that you embodied the rejection challenge that we're doing.
Yeah, that you did. Yeah, told me to do. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And how about the content? What shifts have you made in your content? You mentioned that it's taking you way less time now. There is definitely more structure on your posts. What shifts have you made from your side that made you double your audience, have multiple videos that go viral? I think one of them almost hit 2 million views.
Like 1.5 million?
1.5 million.
Yeah. So the content, what shifted in the content? Well, if I look back on my social media posts last year, no wonder people wasn't like buying from me, because it wasn't really speaking so specific and direct to the person. Whereas now, with the work that you give me to do, the avatar work, I know exactly what they're thinking, how they're feeling, their goals, their dreams, their challenges, and I speak to them in their own language. So, you know, and I feel like it's just getting easier to do and better, because the more I'm going into this, the quicker it's becoming. like titles just come, like hooks just come, middles just come. Yeah, and it's just really easy. Yeah, it's just easy now.
Love that.
Yeah.
Like a year from now, I think a year ago, you would say like, "Oh my God, I don't know, Instagram, it's on the algorithm," and now you're like, "It's just freaking easy."
Yeah.
Love
And
that.
it's, yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, sometimes it is, and also you kind of like, this stuff works, but now and again, you have to do something that doesn't really feel aligned to you in regards to reels, because sometimes, like, what I like and what other people like are two different things. So sometimes it's like jumping out of that comfort zone of what I think is a good reel to what other people are enjoying. So that's been a bit of a shift,
That's a big one.
because I can put myself into that mindset now, because I know what my ideal client's looking for, based on how everything just changes so quickly as well with reels. Like 1 minute it's 10-second reels, and it's 15-second reels, and then on TikTok it's like they're pushing more like 10-minute reels now. So it's kind of like, things change and swap all the time. So you have to keep up on top of this. You can't really just watch and think, oh, I've got a strategy now. You've got to constantly change it, just tweak it as you go, because it's constantly changing. You've got to move with that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
And
the your understanding of algorithms and TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, and what goes well on Facebook doesn't necessarily go well on TikTok, and understanding the structure of that as well, and not making long posts because nobody wants or has time to read it. So keep it short and sweet. Things like that I was doing last year. There were like essays, nobody wants to read an essay on Instagram. So yeah,
yeah,
that's a big yeah.
a lot
Just
of.
not to really look back that you see this.
I remember one day you told me like, Dilan, I was looking at my posts from a couple of months ago, and I was like, oh, what was that?
Yeah, I know.
And
I know. And I'll probably look back on like a year from now and do the same. So
exactly.
yeah.
And I think what we were saying about things changing very fast and we need to implement changes. I think this is a point where some coaches or like any kind of entrepreneurs, solopreneurs go wrong, because we think that, oh, on YouTube there are 1,000 videos, I can just like watch a video and learn everything about marketing. And there it starts, because like those videos are created generically, not specifically for marketing changes case. And also there's the fact that things are changing like every single day. What do you implement today wrong tomorrow? And people watch some videos, try to implement some tactics, and then think that it's not working. It's the algorithm's fault, blah blah, but it is really their own lack of responsibility. So what would you say to someone who is on the edge of investing in themselves? Maybe they are thinking of working with me, but they're still feeling that fear of spending money on something when they don't see the return yet. What would you say to them?
Okay, well, I would say to them, it's normal to have resistance towards change. And when you don't know somebody, you want to grow on social media, but sometimes when you don't know someone, you think, oh, are they going to be able to get me where I need to go? And you make all these excuses in your mind, like, do I really need this? I need this money for XXX. Where really you should just go for it. And I would highly recommend Alan. I recommend you to all my friends. And I think sometimes people need that recommendation if they need to see that testimonial from someone. But I would just say to them, just go for it, because it's hard to put it in words what I would say to my younger self. I would probably say just try it out, just give it a go, see if it's for you, you know, do it for a few months. It's not something like a quick fix that you can just do in a week or on an online course, because you need that accountability partner. You need that somebody there, because if you're not used to like growing into this direction, it's going to feel unfamiliar and weird, and you'll procrastinate on stuff that you need to do. But if you have like a coach, you have somebody just saying, have you done this today? Did you do that today? How about this today? And just to have that face-to-face contact as well. It's like, because every time I get off the call with you, if I'm in a procrastinating state, which is not all the time, but not like 10% of the time I am. And to have that call, it's kind of like, right, okay, gives me that power and that energy to go out and do it. It just gives me a kick up the bum. So I've had online courses, and I've looked at them for like, I think it's like 95% of people actually finish an online course. And I'm one of them that don't finish. So you need that accountability partner. You need a coach. Everybody needs a coach if they want to grow their business. I really do. Because if you're a therapist or if you're a service provider, social media is not your thing. You need that somebody to get you there and teach. Like anything that you learn, you've got to learn and you've got to practice. You know, you can't go to the gym once and expect to have like a row of muscles on your body, or do yoga and expect to put your head behind, like leg behind your head. You know, it takes months to do that. And it's the same with this kind of work. It takes months to get it there. Consistency. And and add value, lots of value, because we are valuable. We've all got a gift to share, and we just got to get out there and not be frightened to be seen. You know, when there's like, I would say 95% of people want you to do well, are in your corner. There's only those like 5% that are trolls that just are really unhappy in their life. And I think this stops people, especially spiritual people, going on social media because they're frightened of being attacked or, you know, verbally attacked. But it doesn't happen. And I think when you're confident in what you're doing, people like that just disappear. I think when they see that you're not confident, that's when they'll like comment something. I've had it, but it's just part of it, and it just gets less. I don't really get it now. I don't get it at all, in fact. So
as well, right? To get haters is a milestone we celebrate too. So
well, yeah,
not a problem. But
yeah.
I love what you're saying about like just go for it and see for yourself. This is what you would do anyways if you were learning anything new. You would hire someone who knows it and then learn from them instead of like trying to learn it on your own and wasting all this time and money that you could potentially make. Like imagine if you hadn't invested, you would actually lose all this money that you could have made.
Yeah.
It says, hi, beautiful angels. Very happy to have you. If you have questions, feel free to put them. So taking that leap of faith is really important. And like as a healer, for example, you or like a coach, this is what we teach to our clients, right? You need to have faith instead of fear. This is why I named myself Faith, and this is what we need to do. If we have the balls to grow, we need to have that leap of faith, and the return on investment, just like in your case, can be so big that it is all worth it in the end. Honestly, for me, like you know, achieving 10K months, 5K months is really good. But for me, there's nothing more valuable than to see that like my clients are helping people. You know, I know your work. I attended your workshop. You changed my life. I know you can change the life of others. To see that impact is like worth more than anything. Because the monetary returns, okay, you can buy something nice, you can go on a nice vacation, but after, like, it wears off. But
Yeah.
this connection, long-term commitment, will always stay. And I'm really,
Yeah.
really grateful that you chose me as your mentor. And
You're welcome.
I would love to hear now, like, where can people learn more about you? And do you have anything for them to share, for them to watch or download, maybe a free video? I'm sure a lot of people in my audience are looking forward to manifest their soulmate. So where should they connect with your beautiful soul?
Okay, so I've got a free workshop coming up, and it's called How to Date Your Most Confident Self Without the Fear of Not Feeling Good Enough, so you can feel good enough. I have a free offering that's on the 25th of March. I can drop a link in the comments, but people can add me as a friend on Facebook, Instagram, Emma the Heart Healer. Yeah, but I was going to say, Delan, I was going to offer like 3 people watching this a free taster session for Rapid Transformational Therapy on their desired topic. So if somebody wants to reach out to me for that, they can, but I'll drop all the links in the chat afterwards. So people can sign up for a free workshop on the 25th, and also a free one-to-one taster session of Rapid Transformational Therapy, because I really want people to see the power of this work. And it's just like anything. Oh, do I need it? Do I want it? Like me in the beginning. Sometimes the things that we like resist the most are the things that we've got to do the most. And that live video is one of my nemesis. And after I put this phone down, I'm going live in my group. So it's like I've got to. So with your help, Delan, you've got me to just face this stuff, and I'm constantly growing with RTT myself. I've got a session booked in next week, so just to move myself up, reprogram the computer, because some of the software is a little bit loose at the moment. So I want to take myself to the next level. I'm constantly growing. I think we should, all of us. We all should do it. It's the best investment that you can make in yourself. It really is.
And I really, really recommend anyone watching this, either replay or live, to book that free session with Emma, because she'll help you release some traumas that have been hiding for years and years and years, and she'll just erase them like that. And normally your one session is worth over 300 to 400, no, 500 to 600, what am I saying, pounds, right?
So usually one session is 300 pounds, but I do a package of 3, which is nearly 800 pounds. Yeah. So to have a taster session
worth of almost pounds, I would absolutely not miss that chance. The workshop, I'm sure, is going to be amazing as well.
Yeah.
Confidence, very big topic.
Well, I only launched it on Friday, and I've already got like 6 sign-ups, which this is my 4th one. And I must add that Delan taught me how to create an online webinar, like workshop. And it was really easy to do, actually, and it's getting easier. But my first one, I didn't get any sign-ups until I think 3 days before, and I was stressing. There was 5 people that showed up. So day 2 of marketing I've got 6 sign-ups. So the more you put yourself out there, the more people see you, and they might not be ready to buy from you today, but in 3 months' time, because you've become known to them and consistent, they'll see you and go, oh, there's that girl. I was thinking about it last time, but I think I'm ready now. I need to shift whatever this is that I'm holding on to. So you just got to keep going, because even if you put your videos out there and it gets like 1 or 2 likes and 24 views or something like that, it only takes one person to say, I really need this, and some videos get like 2,000 views, some get 300 views, some get like it depends which platform, but you just got to, I try not to look at that now. I just try and think, oh, it don't matter. It really doesn't matter how many views you get and how many likes you get, because there's a lot of people that contact me and have signed up for the workshop that I don't even know. They've never been present on my social media. So there's these people that are really quiet that watch and don't say anything, and I can be one of them, you know. So they're a little bit shy. So yeah, so you just never know who's watching and who you're helping either, and who you're reaching.
Yeah, I get that all the time when I meet people in real life and they're like, I see you everywhere. Your content is all over the place. And I'm like, you never, literally never liked or commented my posts.
Yeah.
But you see time. And I think another mindset shift that I worked with my clients in the past is that we tend to worry too much on the number. But everybody started somewhere, right? Even people with millions of followers, they started somewhere. And you're absolutely right, it doesn't mean anything. I have a friend and she has like 25,000 followers on Instagram. She's not making any money on it.
No.
I also know people in the coaching space who have like, I don't know, maybe 2,000 followers, but they're making like 50K, 100K, 120K, you know. So it like the follower count doesn't really mean anything. You have to learn how to convert those people, because imagine, even if it would be like, even let's say you would have 200 followers, like I don't know if my apartment can fit 200 people in it. Probably, like, it would be hard, you know. It is a lot of people.
Yeah, I know.
What matters is your ability to convert those people into paying customers. So that is what we call art of marketing. And I'm so excited to have your workshop.
Yeah.
Again,
We're looking forward to it.
Just like add Emma, send her a message, ask her about the free session. Thank you so much for having this interview. It was absolutely amazing. And I'm
welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yes, so
it's been an absolute pleasure.
Let's do this again a year from now and see your growth in the next year.
I'd like to invite you on mine as well, maybe in a couple of weeks.
Yes, absolutely.
Yay.
Honored. Thank you again, and see you later. Sending
okay, darling. Mwah. See you soon.